Hi guys, it's Ray Nunnans here from Just for Keepers J4K. Hope you're fitting well. A massive warm welcome to week 5 with our Friday focus. Now, if this is the first time you're tuning in, so maybe you're watching this live, maybe on our social media, maybe you are listening on our podcast, and you might be thinking, what's Friday focus is all about? It's basically to help goalkeepers mentally prepare for their games. So if you're a goalkeeper or a parent of a goalkeeper or even a goalkeeping coach helping your students, please listen to this, guys, okay? Because this is one of the main reasons why most goalkeepers are inconsistent when they play of a weekend, whether it's a Saturday or a Sunday. So they'll play fantastic for 4 or 5 weeks, and then they'll go time making mistakes for 2 or 3 weeks. Then they'll play fantastic for 2 weeks, and they'll be terrible for 3 weeks. And throughout the season, it's just a massive roller coaster of being consistent and inconsistent. And for the most part, that all comes down to mentally preparing for the game before you've even played the game. So this is what Friday Focus is all about, is to teach you how to mentally prepare for a game the night before or on a Friday evening. But also we're going to be talking about some of the episodes will be what you should be doing on the day of the game as well. And it's just what professional goalkeepers do, by the way. It's what I did as a professional goalkeeper when I was professional for 10 years, and I played for clubs like Everton. For you guys that might not know, they're in the Premier League. So this is something that I did as a professional goalkeeper. Now, if you ask most professional goalkeepers, when let's say they're playing of a Saturday afternoon, the moment their game finishes on a Saturday afternoon, they're already mentally preparing for their next game. So whether their next game is on a Tuesday evening, whether it's on the following week, the following Saturday, they're always mentally preparing, guys. Now, look, I'm not going to go exactly what professional goalkeepers do, because it's going to be a bit too deep for most goalkeepers. And obviously, if you're a parent trying to help your goalkeeping child, it'll be too deep as well. And even for most goalkeeping coaches as well, it could be quite deep as well, guys. So what I'm going to be doing is literally helping you prepare on a Friday evening. So whether you play for Saturday or Sunday, helping you prepare on the Friday evening and on the day of the game. Because I assure you guys, if you mentally prepare and you try and visualize every eventuality, what could happen in a game scenario, you're more prepared for when that happens. You're sort of like one step ahead of the game, if that makes sense. And I say, only going to repeat myself, what I said earlier. Unfortunately, what most goalkeepers do, and it's not your fault, by the way, goalkeepers, because 99% of goalkeeping coaches don't teach this vital success rate because they don't understand it themselves. But you have to mentally prepare for a game, because if you're just turning up as a goalkeeper and you've not tried to go through mindset, as many things that's going to happen in a game situation, you're going to be reactive. Where if you can visualize, guys, and every video that I talk about, even though it's going to be different topics, I'll always come back to 2 things: visualizing things in your mind first, and then putting it into action in training, or again in your mindset. Visualization is, for me, is the most important skill anybody can learn, whether it's a goalkeeper, any sport, businessman, businesswoman. Visualization, obviously with action and practice, is one of the most vital skills to learn. And visualization, guys, for you guys that might not know, it's like daydreaming but on steroids, okay? And visualization works big time, by the way, guys, okay? So again, just before I go into, because this week is all about positive self-talk, how you can literally talk yourself into being a better goalkeeper, playing better games, etc., guys. But I'm going to say it one more time, okay? It's beyond important that you prepare mentally for your games, okay? Because if you don't, okay, you'll be like 99% of goalkeepers who will just be inconsistent. It'll be a complete roller coaster throughout the season. And like I say, 1 minute you're playing fantastic, the next minute your head's down, your confidence is in the gutter, you want to give up goalkeeping, etc. I assure you, if you get this part right, and it's super easy to do, by the way, because for most parts of it, we do it in our minds. Whether we're just before we go to bed, whether we're on the bus, whether we're driving in the passenger seat, or driving ourselves as a goalkeeper when you're relaxing, you can do everything that we teach in our Friday Focus in your mind's eye, guys. It's super, super, super important. Okay, so this week, guys. So this week is going to be about positive self-talk for goalkeepers. Now, you might be thinking, Ray, what's positive self-talk? Now, you're talking to yourself. Everyone talks to themselves, guys. That little voice in our head, okay? We're always talking to ourselves. But sadly, the majority of people, even adults, guys, okay, they speak to themselves negatively. Okay, it's not our fault, by the way, guys. If you watch my other videos or you get to know me personally, you know that I'm not a big lover of our schooling system. I'm not saying all schools are the same, but the majority of schools, certainly the ones that I went to, it was a very, very negative environment from the school teachers. They were very negative towards the pupils, etc. For the most part, they were negative towards themselves. That's why they were negative to children. And what happens is you come out to school after sort of like being brainwashed to be negative about yourself, as say, sadly. So hopefully this Friday focus will break that mindset mold and teach you not to think or talk negative to yourself. Okay, is to be positive. Okay, so we're talking to ourselves anyway, guys, okay? But most people, sadly, talk negatively. How many times as a goalkeeper have you said to yourself, "Oh my God, we're playing the top team at the weekend. Oh, I know that we're going to get beat 5 or 6-0, or I dropped a cross last week. I bet you're going to drop a cross this week." How many times, guys? I've done it to myself 1,000 times, guys, because I knew no. Even as a professional goalkeeper, I used to speak negatively to myself because this mindset wasn't taught when I was professional. I've actually wrote 8 books on the topic now, guys. Okay, so I'm a bit of an anorak when it comes to this. So it's important that we literally stop our negative thoughts and turn them into what's called positive self-talk. I'm going to say it again. We speak to ourselves anyway, so we might as well speak positive rather than negative. Now, before I go into all the lessons, guys, okay, first of all, like lesson number 1. Okay, lesson number 1. Okay, this is your inner voice. Okay, so what you need to be doing, okay, your inner voice will shape your performance. Okay, please trust me on this, guys. If you say that you are going to play bad, or you're not feeling the best, or you're not going to be able to come for crosses, or you can't catch that ball because it's raining and the ball's slippy, I will guarantee, guys, what you say in your mind will come into reality. Okay, so you've got to change that negative self-talk into positive self-talk, because your inner voice, like it says here, will shape your performance. Okay, so what I want you to be doing now moving forward, guys, and this is what I do now, okay, whenever a negative thought pops into your head, immediately I want you to go inside your mind. Now, when I'm on my own, I'll actually say this out loud. So if a negative thought pops into my head, because I still have, as positive as I am, I still have negative thoughts every day. But literally, as soon as I have a negative thought, I will go, no. And there's that negative thought with 5 positive thoughts, guys. Okay, and I say, and if I'm on my own, I'll actually say it out loud, no, and then I'll say, so basically what you're doing is you're rewriting 1 negative thought with 5 positive thoughts. So can you see where I'm going with this, guys? And I promise you, guys, you might think, come on, Ray, surely it's not as easy as that. Guys, it is. Okay, I promise you it is. Okay, yeah, literally. So what I want you to be doing moving forward, okay, is the moment you have a negative thought, you say to yourself, no. Okay, by doing that, you're actually shifting your mindset, guys. So again, because what most people do, they'll have 1 negative thought, then another, then before you know what's happening, guys, okay, yeah, especially for a game, you've had 27 negative thoughts and you're going onto the field a bag of nerves. Okay, so you're going to now start programming yourself to say no, okay, and then you're going to replace 1 negative thought with 5 positive thoughts, or even 10 positive thoughts. And what will happen then, guys, is that you'll literally wipe the slate clean with that negative thought with a positive thought. Okay, it's beyond important. So lesson 1, obviously, I promise you, guys, whatever you say to yourself, that will happen in your performance. Okay, and it might not happen straight away, but if you start saying you're going to play well, you've got fantastic hands, you're going to come for every cross, I will guarantee that eventually you will start doing that, and it'll come to you. Something else you've got to do as well, by the way, guys, it's not just about saying it in your mind, you've also got to put it into practice as well. But first of all, number 1, you're going to replace negative thoughts, with positive, between 5 or 10 positive thoughts. I'll get my words out then. Also as well, mantras keep you on focus as well. So another thing, this is sort of different to a positive thought. So this is different, to what I've just in lesson 1. So basically, throughout the week, what you can be saying to yourself, and you can say this in a game situation. So let's say, for example, you're working on, want to be better at saving penalties. So literally throughout the week, you can be saying to yourself, I'm the best in my league for saving penalties. I'm the best in my league for saving penalties. I save every penalty. I save every penalty. Or if you again want to learn to come to the cross, I'll come for every cross in my 6-yard box. I come for every cross in my 6-yard box. Okay, again, it sounds crazy, guys. Okay, but again, as you watch these weekly Friday focus videos, it'll all make sense. It all comes together. And also you can do the mantras in a game situation as well. Okay, so when I played even professionally, guys, okay, when I played professionally, And didn't matter whether I was struggling to do something or even if I was really good at something. All throughout the game. Okay, yeah. I've done another video on this. I'm not going to go into too much detail. Coaches tell goalkeepers the wrong thing. They say that you've got to communicate with your team all the time. That's complete nonsense, guys. Okay, yeah. I've done another video on it, guys. Go and check it out on YouTube. The only time you should be talking to your teammates, guys, is when it's important, when there's danger. And when you're not speaking to your teammates, you need to be speaking to yourself. And when you're going through the game situation, you can do these positive self-talks. You can do these mantras. So when I play professionally, I'll be like, I'm the best shot stopper, or I'll be saying things like along the line of, I'll put my seat back in and start again. I'll be saying things like, I'm amazing going top corner. I'm going to be coming for every cross that comes into the 18-yard box. I'm coming for every cross in the 18-yard box. And that's something I was sort of well known for. I'd come for crosses right on the edge of the 18-yard box. So I'll be saying mantras throughout the game. I'm coming for every cross in my 18-yard box. I'm coming for every cross in my 18-yard box. And these things that, again, you think about the things that you're good at, and you repeat them while you're playing. Also, things that you maybe need to improve on. Let's say, for example, and I've done this many a time, when I was struggling with my kicks, my goal kicks, I'd be saying, right, every kick's going to go to the halfway line. Every kick's going to the halfway line. Every kick is going to the person every kick is going to the player that I wanted to go to, etc. Okay, so this is what's called mantras, guys. Okay, so lesson number one, like I say, guys, any negative, no, and then you replace that with positive thoughts. You can do that in a game situation, by the way. When negative thoughts pop into your head in a game situation, you go no, and then you go 5 positive thoughts. But also as well, you're doing mantras throughout the game and also throughout the week as well. Again, whatever you're good at, you can repeat yourself, or whatever you need to work on. Okay, and what you're working on at present. Again, coming for crosses, for example, basically you say every cross that's in the 6-yard box, or every cross that's in the 18-yard box, I'm coming for every cross. And then what that guys do, that programs your mind then, okay, yeah. So one, you're not thinking negatively, and I will guarantee when you're in a game situation, you're ready. Whether it's a left or right winger, you're ready. As soon as they kick that ball, boom, you're coming for that cross, guys, because you've preempted it, okay? And this sort of Friday Focus is all about you've mentally prepared before, so you're not reacting to a cross, okay, guys? You're not reacting to it, okay? Yeah, like I say, you've already in your mind say, I'm coming for crosses, etc. I'm the best kicker of the ball, etc. And then last but not least, lesson number 3, okay? You've got to practice in training, okay? Beyond important, guys, okay? So when you're training with your teammates, guys, okay, yeah. When you're training with your teammates, I'll go to this one. You've got to practice in training as well. So do that. If you start thinking negatively, again, you're going to be saying no, and start repeat it with at least 5 positive affirmations. And then also throughout your training, again, you're going to be saying, I'm going to keep a clean sheet. I'm going to keep a clean sheet. No one's beating me tonight. No one's beating me tonight. I'm coming for every cross. I'm coming for every cross. You speak to yourself, guys. Okay, so when you're not speaking to your teammates, you're just reaffirming, you're mentally preparing for what could happen in a game situation. Then also as well, like I say, number 3, you practice this as in training. Okay, so don't wait for the game situation to do this. You've got to practice this in training. If you're under 18 and you get the bus to school, practice this in your mind. Go through all the mantras in your mindset, guys. It's important. So not only when you're physically training, okay, yeah, whenever you're going anywhere, just before you're going to bed, just close your eyes for a few minutes and just go through all the mantras. When you get up in the morning time, before you get out of bed, one of the first things I do, guys, honestly, is I go over all my dreams and goals before I even get out of bed. So this is the beauty about mentally preparing, guys. You can do it absolutely, anywhere. And then again, I'm going to stress again, guys, okay, even though I believe visualization is beyond important, for me, it's the most powerful success trait anyone can learn. But you've got to do something, guys. You've got to put it into practice as well physically. What a lot of these so-called gurus tell you online is just like stand in front of the mirror and say, I'm the best goalkeeper in the world. I'm the best goalkeeper in the world. Now, even though I believe you should stand in front of the mirror, seriously, guys. You say, I'm the best goalkeeper in the world. I believe in all that. But if you don't actually physically put that into practice on the training ground, it's never going to happen. And this is the massive mistake, or the big chunk of what these so-called gurus are not telling you. Okay, yeah, it's not just about what you're saying in the mirror or to yourself, exactly what obviously I've just explained here, okay, about positive self-talk. Okay, you've got to do it physically. Okay, So literally, so on a Friday evening, guys, okay, so to finish off with, on a Friday evening, what I really recommend you do, again, if you, really you should be doing this all week if you can, but let's just keep it to Friday. Let's not go too deep into this. But on a Friday before the game, or if you're playing on a Sunday, do this on a Friday night and a Saturday night if you're playing on a Sunday. Basically, just go through, any negative thoughts that pop into your head. No, and replace with 5 positive thoughts. And whatever you're working on at present, like I say, if you're working hard to become better coming for crosses, or you're working on your goal kicks, for example, throughout on a Friday and on the day of the game, you're going to be saying to yourself, my goal kicks are perfect. My goal kicks are perfect. My goal kicks are the best in the league. I'm going to come for in my 6-yard box. I'm going to come for every cross in my 18-yard box, obviously, if you play in the bigger goals. Okay, guys, it's beyond important, guys. Okay, yeah, it works big time. Sounds mumbo jumbo, guys, but I promise you, if you speak to any professional goalkeeper, they will tell you they do all this. They do all the positive self-talk. They mentally prepare for a game situation. But remember as well, guys, you've got to put it in, you've got to do it in training. Don't expect just to do it in a game situation. It will still work, by the way, okay? Yeah, but if you're just waiting for the weekends to do it, it's going to take a long time to do it. But if you're training 2 or 3 times a week and you're doing this throughout the week, guys, positive self-talk, getting rid of that negative self-talk, you're doing all those positive mantras, etc., and you're in training, you're talking to your teammates and talking to yourself. If you're doing that 2 or 3 times a week and you're doing it in a game situation, obviously it's going to happen a lot faster for you guys, okay? Yeah. And I assure you guys, listen, you've got to remember this. If professional goalkeepers are doing this, should you? 100%, okay? 100%. Even if your dream is to become a professional goalkeeper or gain a college scholarship in the United States, for example, you have to be doing this, guys, okay? Because I'll guarantee your competitors will be doing this, okay? Now, the good news is 99% won't be doing it, okay, yeah? But the older you get, the competition gets less and less and less. But the competition that gets less and less, all of them work on their mindsets. Because I will promise you guys, again, if you know anything about myself and Just for Keepers, we've been going on since 1998. We've helped more goalkeepers achieve than any other goalkeeping organisation in history. We've been doing this now for over 25 years. We've helped thousands get to professional football clubs, gain college scholarships, etc. And I will tell you this, guys, okay, the goalkeepers that develop the mindset always win. Always win. Without fail, they always win. And I've seen it time and time again where 2 goalkeepers have gone head to head. This goalkeeper is the better goalkeeper in between the sticks on the field, but no one's taught them the power of their mindset. And when a bit of pressure come on, they fell to bits. This goalkeeper here wasn't as good as this goalkeeper, but because they developed their mindset, nothing fazed them. So they play consistently throughout the game and they get the contract. I guarantee you guys, 99.999% of the time, the goalkeepers with the strongest mindset wins. So make sure, guys, okay, yeah, you watch all the Friday Focus. Listen to it on the podcast on the go as well, guys. And I'll guarantee if you want to, even if you just want to be the best goalkeeper that you can be, it's going to help, okay? If you want to become professional or get a college scholarship, there's no negotiating, guys. No negotiating. If you do not develop your mindset, the chances of you achieving your dreams is 0. Don't be the bearer of the bad news. Hopefully this is good news, because 99% of goalkeepers will not do this, guys, okay? Because one, they're lazy. They say they want to chase their dreams and goals, but most of them won't, okay? Yeah. Most of them will not watch this video to the end. They've already gone off because they think they know better, okay? Which is great for you if you're watching this right now and still listening, okay? Yeah. Okay, because it means that you're hungry, you're humble, etc. And even the ones that some will think it's mumbo jumbo, that's a load of nonsense, okay? And unfortunately, they'll find out the hard way when they don't get the contract. So if you're listening to this week in, week out, and you're putting this into action, I promise you, I guarantee you, you're in the minority and you'll have the edge on your competition, guys, okay? So I hope that helps, guys. Again, if you're watching this or listening to this anywhere on our social media, YouTube, etc., please comment below. When you have negative self-talk, okay? And we all have it. Everyone has it, guys. Even the most successful people in the world have negative self-talk, but the difference is you've got to deal with that. You've got to turn that negative self-talk into positive self-talk. So how do you deal with that? Please comment below. Help the goalkeeping community, and I hope that helps, guys. Okay, this is and I'll see you in